Thanh Hà and Phương Khanh are back on What's Up. Do you know what is special about the 10th day of next month?
Oh, you mean November the 10th? It's my sweet birthday. Oh, huh. I'm so touched. I couldn't believe that you remember my birthday and remind me that early. Oh, let me guess. You have something special for me? Right?
You just reminded me that it's your birthday. Sorry.
Oh,
I don't want to
heartbroken.
make you sad. But talking about November the 10th, I
Uh-huh.
mean, it's the release date of Taylor Swift's new album,
yeah.
Reputation.
Yeah. And, also I know one piece of news that Tay held a secret listening party last Friday at her home in London to debut her new album. And she selected 100 fans to the event.
According to the fans who attended the once-in-a-lifetime bash, Swift has stalked the fans on Twitter before extending the invitation to them. One fan even claimed the Shake It Off singer knew that she had previously been to one of the 1989 World Tour dates and wrote on Friday, quote, "Taylor has been stalking me on Twitter for a year. She knew I went to Nashville for 1989. I can't cope with life." Unquote.
Yeah. Another fan wrote, How did I end up sitting on Taylor's living room floor listening to her unreleased album with my best friends? Oh, if I were in that case, I'll go crazy too.
Me, no
Yeah.
different. And you know what? Taylor treated those selected fans. They not only got to listen to her highly anticipated new album,
Yeah.
but got to meet Swift and were given a gift of a snake keychain engraved with the word London.
The secret event is just one of the series of surprises that Swift has in store for British fans. And on Wednesday, the singer stunned young fan Lara by turning up to her house to deliver a gift.
Lara showed off photos of herself posing beside Taylor on Instagram and pieces of new merchandise the singer had brought with her for her devotee.
You know how you already are a great singer in my eyes. So
thank you.
in the future, if you become a famous singer, then don't forget me. Don't forget to send me an invitation to a secret listening party for your new album.
Certainly, you're gonna be my very first fan selected. But I mean, if that day came.
All right.
What? Oh, too tall. Okay. She cannot fit the screen.
Thu là không tốt.
Need to micromanage my image from afar. So my husband is watching with us right now.
Yeah. Maybe he has a question for you. Maybe.
Yeah, should have some question.
He's my master. He has no question for me.
What she would? Okay.
Who knows? Because we are calling fans, we're calling our listeners to put questions for you.
I'm not so sure if many of my fans are English speaking.
Màn hình của Hà có đen không, đúng em không?
No, I see some pictures now.
Cái đèn ở dưới trên Hà có chiếu Hà không?
Đây á? Đèn này có bật được đâu. Mà em bị sáng á? Là bởi vì là em sáng sẵn rồi ấy anh.
Không, sáng quá.
Thế à? Should we move a little bit to this side? Nhờ, sáng ghê á.
We're not talking yet, so that's why the sound is low. This is unofficial talk. We are not on air, so that's why
Yeah,
you can't really
air.
hear us.
we're still in the process
they're
of
on
setting
the-
up.
Yeah.
Okay, everything cool?
Much better than before.
Hi guys, we have 1.5 more minutes to go. on air, so we are still in the process of setting up and warming up. So yeah, please share, please send the video so that your friends can watch this live streaming video between me and Miss DUONG Thwy Linh. I'm very nervous today because I'm not beautiful as her.
I'm more nervous. I saw some of the friends already said they want to hear how Miss will speak English, because after listening to all the contestants in the Miss Universe Vietnam this year speak English on the stage, they're very curious and the pressure is pressing on.
Well, that should be no problem to you. Don't
There's
worry.
so much expectation, although you haven't started yet. There were 60 people watching
60
you.
people. Okay, cool. 60. Okay, 30
Everyone
more
listening
seconds.
pretty.
30 more seconds. We're counting down. Single. Yes.
Nhạc luôn.
10, 9, 8, 7. Wow.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm nervous.
better be focused. Thumbnail đây.
Welcome to Happy Me segment on VOV 24/7's lunch show with me, Thanh Hà. And I'm very glad to introduce next to me our special guest, Miss Congeniality of Miss Universe Vietnam 2008, DUONG Thwy Linh. Hello, Miss Linh.
Hello everyone.
Hi, and first I would like to remind you that our talk show is live on air on VOV 24/7 on 104 FM, and also live streaming on the fan page VOV5 English section. And you can also leave questions below the live stream, and Miss Linh will be very happy to answer them all. So guys, take out your smartphones or whatever smart devices you're using, press the Facebook button, search for a VOV5 English section, and then you will see our very beautiful faces. Of course, I'm not as beautiful as her, but we are both women, so I assume that every woman is beautiful, right? Yeah. But guys, today's topic is not about beauty. Sorry, it's not about beauty. But it's about public speaking, which is a part of our daily life, because many of us are experiencing this. For example, like students giving presentations to the class, or sales executives trying to sell their products to their customers, or even you trying to persuade your board of directors to take on a project. So it's part of our daily life, but I don't think that many of us have taken it seriously. So Miss Linh here, as an experienced MC and public speaker, very happy to share with us her happy tips, right?
Yep, I'm ready to share.
All right.
But you need to excuse my English. It's been a while, and I don't really speak English on a daily basis, so it can be quite rusty.
Oh no, don't underestimate yourself. You are really good. Okay. So I want to start with the first question. What was the first time that you spoke in public?
I think first overrated. I don't remember my first anything, so I can't recall when was the first time I do public speaking, but I can remember the first time I do public speaking as an MC. That was when I did the press conference for the World Band, the World, and it was back in 2004. And
Wow.
yeah,
Very long ago, huh?
yeah, I'm not that young. So back in 2004, I just came back from Singapore, and they needed an MC, and I was like available. So but it was so terrible that I remember until today, because I couldn't even make a normal announcement of the delay due to the weather like today. So yeah, that's why I remember that it was my first time as an MC, and I got paid for that job.
Oh, right. So do you think that you have some like inborn talent for public speaking, or you have to achieve that through practice?
I don't think I'm natural at public speaking, because even until today, sometimes I feel very nervous before I go on stage. It's all about practice, and also it's all about searching for the value within me, that focusing on myself and focusing on the fact that everyone has their insecurities. And so I overcame my insecurities in public speaking is due to the fact that I notice everyone has their own fear and insecurities, and they would not have so much energy to judge me. They would not remember it for too long. So when I focus on that fact, I just see them as another human being, and I just forget all about the fear that I have.
So yeah, I agree with you that, you know, like everyone makes mistakes, and it's good to make mistake because you will learn from that, right? So what did you do to, you know, overcome your own and, you know, like improve your own mistakes?
Oh, well, I think for me it's about practice. I practice a lot in front of the mirrors, and also I practice with my family when I have to present something in the past. Even when I have I received the questions you sent to me beforehand, I practice in my head before I come here today. I don't speak out publicly or like speak out loudly anymore, because I'm more experienced. But in the past, I would say call my husband or call my friends or call my brother to come and be my audience. So in my experience, the more you speak about something repeatedly, you will be better when you have to speak in front of the audience, the real audience. And also another skill that I picked up is to find a face in the audience that is friendly to you. No matter what you say, they will be supportive. Then you'll be more confident. And when you're nervous, just keep looking at that person. I know when you do public speaking, you need to do a scan of the room and look at the different people. But when you're too nervous, remember, focus on the person who is supportive of you. But another thing that I need to share with everyone, that people always get to they pay too much attention to details. And when you're not an MC, when you're just presenting your work in school or at work, what I want you to focus on is your content. When you speak about something you're familiar with, like your homework or the work that you have prepared for so long, you obviously know what you're talking about, and people pay attention to that. They don't pay attention to whether you look pretty or you look handsome or how you sound. Yes, that is the added point. But at the end of the day, people pay attention to the content, not other stuff. So be confident about that, and the more you do public speaking, the more you get better at it.
Practice makes perfect, right?
Yes, and we often have a saying because I also have I also train some people. I said, whoever grabbed the microphone before earlier, that person will be successful earlier. So just run up and speak, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of looking stupid.
Yeah, that was a very nice motivation tip. Well, speaking about motivation, you know, before I do every show on air or like get on stage to host some show, I always tell myself that, first I take a deep breath, and then I tell myself that I can do it, I will do it, and then I do it. Do you have any similar way to motivate yourself?
Well, I used to do the same thing, but it didn't work with me.
Wow.
I even tried to pray to the deity, what we always do backstage. It didn't work either. So what happened is I just, when I get nervous, if I don't get nervous, then I just ignore it and just get on with the show. But if I got nervous, I would just pay attention to why I'm nervous. Sometimes it's because the pressure from the clients that make me feel very nervous because they're going to watch every single word if I'm precise. So if I get that kind of feeling, I want to redirect my attention to the audience and remind myself that they are human beings and they are normal like I am, and they have insecurities and they will not judge me, and when they go home they will not remember if I make a small mistake. So I need to leave something of value to them at the end of the day. So let's just focus on that, focus on leaving them values and leaving them good feelings when they go home, and let's not focus on the small details.
So the value is the most important.
That is what I tell myself to get comfortable on stage.
Okay, yes, very nice. So after Miss Universe Vietnam 2008, you entered the showbiz and took the job of an MC. Being an MC in front of the cameras, I think that it's like a different story, you know. Yeah, so can you share with us some of your most memorable experiences?
Well, I'm not a very how to say, I don't remember things very well.
Or maybe you have many things going on.
I like to have a goldfish brain.
Oh, really?
No, but the thing is,
like Dory, fighting Dory. Do you have a Dory here?
Yeah, I have a Dory in my fish tank. So
nice.
I don't think too much when you ask me this question. I don't remember. I only remember things that is immediately right before the show.
Okay.
Or something very significant, and I don't think that I have a lot of memorable memories.
Ability. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fine.
So, but I like to talk in front of the camera, and I can imagine that I have an audience. It's not hard for me. Because in the past I have a very good imagination. So let's say I can sit in one corner of my room, but I can imagine that me giving my speech on the stage of Academy Award. So
good imagination.
It's not a problem with me speaking just to the camera and with nobody else. In fact, I even enjoy myself more. I feel more like myself, because sometimes when you speak in front of the live audience, who I am will be affected by the attitude of the audience at that moment, and I need to readjust myself, and sometimes that's a little bit awkward. But when I'm alone by myself and
you're totally yourself.
I do you know that I actually dream myself in my photoshopped image?
You dream yourself?
Yeah, I in my dreams I see myself as my already photoshopped images. So not my real images. And many of the time in the movie of my life in my head is like movie stars. So
you are a movie star as well.
Well, but the global scale, not
global scale. Okay.
So when I am alone, I have more freedom to imagine, to be whoever I want myself to be on that day. So I can be Oprah, I can be Larry King, I can be Ellen DeGeneres.
Yes, Ellen, my favorite.
Well, it depends on the mood. Sometimes I want to be intellectual, like Oprah or Larry King.
Okay, yeah. So speaking in front of the camera is no problem to you?
No, I'm very comfortable with that. I guess it takes time, but speaking in front of a live audience, it started later for me than in front of the camera. My dad used to put up camera to film me telling stories. So what happened is, when I was younger, I have this ability of reading a story, and then I immediately, just one time, I would remember the story and I would retell the story as if I wrote the story. And my dad would bring out the camera and film me when I was a kid. And I get really excited because everyone would say, "Oh, you're so good." And when you get praises, you tend to to grow more in that direction.
Yes.
So my advice to you is, be kind to other people, give them lots of praises, compliments, because even if they're not doing that good yet, but when they receive compliments, they will feel more confident to continue to develop their skills.
You will do better when you know that you are supported by other people, right? Very nice. So we're gonna take a break with a song, and then we'll come back to the topic of public speaking. Yeah, break time.
This question.
We have question.
Oh, we have question.
There
Okay.
are a lot of people watching you, including some foreigners.
Foreigners, yes. Oh, we have listeners from all around the world, even from Israel,
them watching
Pakistan,
you.
right?
Wow.
We have a club.
Some from
listeners club.
the United States are watching you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
So
are
the
you
first
ready for the
question?
first question?
Yeah, sure.
It's from Đặng Ngọc Quang.
Mm-hmm.
He's a teacher at the Hanoi University.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you tell us about the most
Frustrating.
frustrating moment on stage you've been through and how you handled it?
Well, you know, I kind of remember all my frustration. I don't remember good memories, but I remember all the frustrations. Well, one time I did this show for one of the association for enterprises. I would not like to mention the name, but you know there is this chairman would sit right in the front row of the opera house, and he would direct us, the MCs, on stage. And we were live on TV, and it was very frustrating, but I had to remind myself that he's insignificant now, that I'm in power at this point because I'm on stage and I'm live. So I had to ignore him. But then, you know, in the middle of the show, somebody would bring out new script for me and like to thank different businesses, and they don't even give out the proper script. And this is what happened. I would speak in Vietnamese, and I hope you understand. Xin cảm ơn công ty rượu bia nước giải Hà Nội. That exactly is the script, okay? And you know, when you were just given the script and you have to read it immediately, and it is in opera house, I would be like, xin cảm ơn công ty rượu bia nước giải. And then I saw there was a missing word. I just stopped there and I was like, khát Hà Nội. You know how... It's legendary, okay? And then another thing is, cảm ơn công ty Đạm Phú Mỹ, and they said Đạm Phú Mỹ Hưng. So that was all the stuff that happened on stage, live on TV,
right.
and that I've been through, and many other times is something happened, like the microphone didn't work, or
Yes.
the singers didn't come on time. So I guess how I handle it is based on the creativity that I have to be on my feet at the right that moment, and also it comes with experience and watching a lot of the seniors who've done it before, how they handle the situation, and to learn it from experience. I guess there's no fixed rule here.
Yeah, so it's up to your experience and your ability to react to the situation immediately, right?
Yeah, I think so. And also in a different scenario will be different. Say
Yes.
if you're just presenting in front of the board, or you're presenting for your schoolwork, it's totally different. I can't imagine how well, if in front of this of a board of meeting, then I could imagine, because schoolwork is too long ago. I can't imagine what kind of frustration you can get. But in front of the school,
20 seconds.
Okay, so yeah, I don't have much time to talk live stream now. We can
get back to
continue.
that
Yeah,
later.
go back to that.
But thank you for your question,
Mm-hmm.
and we hope to have more. Do you have more questions?
Yeah, just waiting.
Okay, sure. Welcome back to VOV 24/7's lunch show with me, Thanh Hà, and Ms. DUONG Thuy Linh, and we'll get back to the story of public speaking. Right, so I have here a list of some factors that contribute to a good public speaking skill, and I'd like you to number them from high to low depending on their importance to you. So we have here 6 components. That means the most important to you should be number 1, and the least important should be number 6.
Okay.
So we have here appearance, confidence, preparation, practice, body language, and eye contact, and engagement with audience.
Well, to me, the number 1 factor is still preparation.
Yes.
When I write my own script, or when I write my own PowerPoint to present or anything, I'm more confident with my public speaking because I know what I'm talking about. I'm not speaking someone else's words.
Yes.
So that's why being an MC is also sometimes quite challenging because you have to speak someone else's words. So if you're not an MC, you don't speak on someone else's behalf and you speak your own thing, then preparation is the number one thing that can help you be more successful in public speaking.
Yes.
So number 2 would be practice. Practice in front of the mirror is also would also help you in terms of eye contact and your body language, your posture, and how your facial expression, and also speaking in front of the other audiences, such as your friends, your family, would be good to hear their feedbacks, so you can improve on your performance. So preparation is number 1, practice is number 2, and the thing about confidence is really tricky because confidence is not something that you can say, I need to have confidence, so I'm going to be confident. Confidence is something you either have or you don't have at that moment. And I'm not saying that the confident person will be confident all the time. So in public speaking, sometimes you have to fake it till you make it. What I'm saying is when I do a show or when I do public speaking, sometimes I just need to have a good opening, then it start rolling and it goes well. So you need to fake your confidence until you make it. So here I don't know how to rank confidence because
Okay, let's just say it's a bonus point.
yeah, I think it's a bonus point.
Yes.
You should have it, but if you don't have it, fake it, okay?
Yes,
You
sure.
feel it when you fake it long enough. And I think body language and eye contact should be right after practice.
Number 3.
Yes, because sometimes when you don't really you don't prepare well your appearance, you get caught off guard and you need to do it immediately, but your body language is good, like say your posture is good, your eye contact is good. And eye contact is really important because sometimes because when you speak to an audience and you look at somebody else, then you really have a different kind of tone. You're not like speaking to an empty space, so the communication is there. So I think body language and eye contact is really important, and engagement with audience is after that for me. Because you need to gauge. If you're not an MC, you're presenting to the board and you're presenting your homework, then you need to engage their participation and need to know if they're getting what you're saying. So to me, engagement with audience is very important, and also to let them excited. Most people would just keep speaking and speaking and they don't care about the audience, and half of the people would be doing something else. And if you don't give out questions, you don't engage with the audience, they would fall asleep or their mind would float to the beach or somewhere.
Yes.
So to me, that's very important. Appearance is very important. Yes. So even though I put appearance at the end of the list, it doesn't mean that it's not important. All of them are important.
Right, last but not least, huh?
Last but not least, truth is sometimes they hire me as an MC just because I have appearance. That's the truth.
Yes,
I
that's
get paid higher, not because I'm a better MC, but because I have appearance. I can dress well in an evening gown and I can smile nicely, and sometimes all my mistakes will be forgiven. We are in a society of how to say, yeah, we can
We
be
love
quite
beauty, huh?
we can be quite vain, and we like beautiful things. That is the truth. We are attracted to beautiful things, beautiful people. So I have to say, if you have the plus point of appearance, maybe you don't see yourself as beautiful yet, but you need to be presentable. You need to be clean. You need to be the best version of yourself.
That's right.
At the same time, learn about your outfit. What you see as beautiful might not be beautiful in the eyes of the audience. So you need to know what the audience is expecting and dress accordingly so you can get the result you want. But if you just say, I want to express myself as an individual, okay, go ahead and be yourself. But if you want to get certain kind of result from the audience, you need to know what they want to see from you. You can't wear low cut and sitting there and expecting to be treated the way if you dress more properly in a boardroom, right?
That's
You
right,
understand what I mean?
Yes.
And also coloring is very important. If you want to be powerful, wear red. If you want to be to increase the trust in the audience, wear blue. If you want to show that you're neutral, wear gray. If you want to make people feel happy, wear yellow. That kind of thing. Or you want to increase the love from the people, wear pink.
That is very nice.
Oh,
yeah.
and also if you want to appear as innocent, wear white.
What about me today?
Well, you look in a mixture of innocent and neutral.
Okay. Okay, good.
And black and navy is the colors of professionalism.
Yes. Okay. So, do you have any more reference sources for our listeners to learn more about public speaking?
Well, for me, I don't have a source to teach you how to be good at public speaking because to me it's all about the struggle of self-confidence. So I read a lot of self-development, self-help book to overcome my complexes and my insecurities. So I like to read The Secret. The Secret is very good in helping me to focus on the law of attraction and how to attract all the good things to come to my life and how the support from the audience, and also other books like 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, something like that, and also watching a lot of shows from my favorite MCs. That's what I do.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, I have learned a lot, and I believe that our listeners have learned a lot from you about public speaking through this talk show today. And did you have a good time?
Yeah, I have a good time. I
you.
hope it turns out not too bad.
Of course. And yeah, we wish you lots of luck and happiness, and we hope to see you again.
Yeah.
Can we?
Yeah. I'm very happy if I get to be invited again.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
No, we're not ending yet.
No, we're
Sorry.
not. Oh.
We're just ending on air.
We have a list of
Not a live
questions.
stream.
We have a list of questions now. You can
The
choose.
show's still on live stream.
Oh, we're still.
Last
Yeah,
question
would
for
you
you.
like to
Answer
answer
all
some
of
of it?
them?
Just some of it.
There's some
Yeah.
question
Okay.
from
Okay.
foreigners.
Foreigners?
Oh, the question from my husband. Why would he ask me a question? Why? Okay, my husband, who is Andy Việt Thắng Nguyễn, he asked me a question. Say, what would you tell a person who's just starting and is not confident? I don't know. How did I teach you to public speaking? You can tell us. I don't remember, but I always told him that he did very well. My husband obviously is not. My husband started public speaking after me, obviously, because he's a businessman, and in the past he didn't need to do a lot of public speaking. But he would need to give speech in front of all the staff, and when we come home, then I would give him feedbacks about everything, and we would, practice with each other until late into the night. And again, that's what I want to tell you. You need to speak from your heart and speak what you truly believe in, because if you don't speak what you think, is really your body language, and what you speak will not be coherent.
Yes.
So prepare your material. Also, another thing is, remember, the people who are looking at you are human beings and they are kind. You need to believe that people are kind. They're not out there to eat you. When you believe that society is kind, people are mostly kind, or they want to be kind, then you wouldn't be so scared.
That's right.
And at the same time, this is what he always do. My husband always do. He would film himself, go home,
Yes.
watch it, and next time, before he present again, I remind him the things he need to pay attention to. Say, if the first time you need to focus on the core, that is the how to say, the story. Then after you got the core, then we will start to improve on other things, like your posture. He was really bad with posture. He was like, do you know that guy in Bảy Viên Ngọc Rồng?
What guy do you mean? What guy do you mean?
Dragon Balls, the
the main character or
Ông Rùa.
Piccolo? Ông Rùa. Okay,
Master something. I didn't
Master
read
something.
that book in English, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that name, but he's the master of Son Goku. So
Yeah,
right?
comment the name if you know. He was like that, and he keep showing his back to the audience and look at the screen, the PowerPoint. It was really bad, and he would speak like, you know, whispering into the microphone.
Yeah.
Well, initially I would not focus on that. I focused on something else, but you know, gradually he's so different now. But it's a process of a few years. Yeah, turtle.
Everything takes time.
Master
right?
Turtle. Everything takes time, but you need to believe that you will get better one day. If you have met my husband the first day, he did public speaking, you would be so confident that anyone can be good at public speaking. I swear to you.
That's right.
If my husband can do well in public speaking now, everyone can. You just need an environment where they allow you to make a lot of mistakes.
God bless
Yes.
him.
It's true, come on. Okay, there's a friend, his name, I think he's Indonesian.
Tianto.
His name is
Tianto.
Aries Tianto. He said, he asked me what kind of social activities you currently run as Miss Vietnam. I'm not Miss Vietnam, I'm Miss Congeniality of Miss Vietnam Universe 2008. That is 9 years ago.
9 years ago.
So, well, I don't actively participate in any official organization right now, but I used to support many organizations like Earth Hour, and also especially any organization that support environmental protection. That is my passion. And also I support any organization that is to help victims of dioxin.
Dioxin.
You know, that is still a problem in our country.
Agent Orange.
Agent Orange,
Dioxin
yeah, but
victim.
it's more like dioxin is more the right thing. So dioxin is going to be in our land for another 500 years, and no matter how advanced technology is going to be, technology is hard to clean the land. So they need a lot of support, and we also need a lot of awareness about that, because it's in our soil, it's in our food, it's in our air. So yeah, that is the social causes that I support. Other than that, right now at the moment, what is most contingent in our country right now is to support victims of natural disasters, and also I am very opinionated about all the problems with sexual assault and sexual harassment, and also sexual harassment to the pedophile. I'm very angry when it comes to those kind of
Serious
issues.
problem.
Yeah, so I'm very vocal about it, and I would do all I can to support organization when they have an activities. Yeah.
Okay. What else do we have here?
Đặng Ngọc Quang said, people often get nervous before showtime, though they have prepared for content. Any tips on how to tackle the problem? Well, my tip is to focus on your breathing. When you're nervous, you tend to stop breathing, and you will be even more nervous because the oxygen cannot go to your brain. So what I'm saying is, when you're nervous, stop thinking about anything and focus on your breathing and start counting your breathing. That's what I do, and I think it's also a kind of meditation, because when you regulate your breathing and your heartbeat, you kind of you calm yourself down, and trust me, when you walk out to the audience, you'll get nervous again. So take a
unavoidable.
moment. You don't have to speak immediately. You don't have to feel like you need to fill in the empty spaces, the void. So when you walk out, take a breather, and if you're not a professional MC, just say, I'm nervous, so please excuse me if I get nervous and I don't get you say it out, because confident people admit to their fault. So don't worry if you're nervous, just say you're nervous. I would say I'm nervous. She said she's nervous at the beginning of the show.
Yes.
So when you say it out, you feel less nervous because you feel like, oh, so there are less judgment now.
Yes.
So say it out, and also take a deep breath before you start speaking, and speak slowly. Don't speak too fast. When we're nervous, we tend to speak too fast. So speak slowly, and don't worry if you have a time limit. You can speak faster towards the end of the show, but at the beginning, just be calm, collect yourself, focus on your breathing. That's what I will do.
And the last one?
The last question is tips on how to present naturally, like you're speaking, not learning by heart the script and rereading it. What I do is to memorize it,
Of course, yes.
and keep speaking it. Well, I remember back in 2014, I was in front of about 70,000 people in Bangkok, in one of the biggest events that I've ever done in my life. And the team from Korea, they flew from Korea to Thailand to do this show, and they have a script for me that I need to learn by heart. That is their request. But at the same time, I need to be elegant. The thing is, if you're not an MC, you don't have to be elegant. You don't have to wear like 6 inches heels, and you don't have to wear evening gowns, and you have no camera focusing on your face on enlarged screens. So that is already less pressure. But for me, is I memorized it. I practiced it again and again and again. So we had like 10 rehearsals. Normal rehearsals, and we also have full dress rehearsals, because it's so important that the way you wear the shoes you're comfortable in. You can imagine, I wear the shoes on stage for the past 10 years. I don't change them. It's like feng shui, because you don't want to trip on stage.
Yes.
And also, they are my trusty friends. If the shoes are not stable, because when you're nervous, you shake. Your whole body will shake, your legs will shake. And if you don't wear the most comfortable shoes, and I can guarantee you there are 5 inches, 6 inches comfortable shoes, then you're completely screwed. So you need, going on stage is not the time for you to experiment new shoes. It's also not the time for you to experiment new clothes. So if you have a set of wardrobe that you want to try on that day, wear them again and again, break them in. And also you even have to hem your dress or anything, because if the dress keep falling off and you show your bra, you're not gonna be confident. So what I'm saying is, you have to rehearse yourself again and again. There's no shortcut. Even for professional MCs, they have to rehearse again and again. That's why I don't know, some MCs, they don't want to do rehearse, or they charge for rehearsal. But for me, I request for rehearsal, because it's
That is
to
professional, I think.
yeah, because it's for me to know what is the lighting of the stage. I need to
Yeah,
know for my
right.
makeup, for the microphone, and also I need to know what's the lights going to be, because when I look on, this script is white, and if you give the wrong kind of light, I wouldn't be able to see anything on the script. So rehearsal is so important. And if you get a chance, and this is what I'm saying, if, because not all the time you get that chance, get the feel of the place you're going to present. Go there, practice there on that stage if you have a chance, even if like just 15 to 20 minutes. Even for my brother, he joined a piano competition, and he didn't practice in that hall beforehand. He would make a lot of mistakes when it comes to adjusting the sound. So yeah, I hope that answer didn't disappoint you. There is no shortcut, and I'm telling you, it comes with experience. And this is already my 14 years as an MC, and my 17 years joining the business, in the show business. So experience is gold, and you should not rob yourself of experience because you're afraid of making mistake, and you think that when you're ready you're going to speak. You're never going to be ready. You're never going to be ready. So just grab it when you have a chance to do public speaking. And I mean, for fear of being vulgar, just F all the one who say anything bad about you. Just listen to the one who give you compliments.
Yes.
I don't watch myself when I first started out again because I was afraid I would be too critical and I would die after that. But I would go and find anyone who's supportive to keep telling me that how good I am, how good I was, and I asked them to repeat it like 10 times until they are fed up. That's how it worked for me.
Thank you so much. That is, yeah, I believe that is your last question because I know that you haven't had anything, you haven't eaten anything yet, so it's time for your late lunch. But thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you
for having me.
viewers.
Thank you for having me so I have a chance to practice my English.
No, your English is good already.
But
Thank
I
you
have
so
to
much
say
for watching
that
this.
it's not as good as in the past, and I'm so proud of the two MCs. My parents paid so much money for me to go overseas and study, and I have a feeling that they are doing much better than me. So
No.
trust in our education, okay?
Yes, yes. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye
Bye.
bye.